What were some of the biggest challenges you focused during the initial stage of setting up your business?
So the one thing I'll encourage everybody, you talked about it when we're talking about your passions and your hobbies and interests, right? When you have a passion that you want to pursue, you got to give it time to have the proof of concept. And so I think what happens a lot of times with entrepreneurs is they may jump out too soon, and therefore they don't have proof of concept because they're trying to grow a business and eat at the same time. I was fortunate enough to build my business part time as a consultant. I learned a lot. I did a lot of different types of trainings, built a lot of relationships, and I had the safety net of a job. And that did not make me, that allowed me to invest in the business without having to take out of the business, right? And so I think when I finally went full time, which was 2014, it was unexpected and unplanned, but I was actually better prepared for it because I had been working on it for about 10 years in different capacities. And so I jumped into it and just had to navigate through it. So I didn't have to deal with a lot of the raising capital challenges that some people do because the way my business was structured, I didn't need a lot of capital because I had built up the inventory of materials and things that I needed. But I think the biggest thing, the biggest challenge I had was I actually was by myself, and I just remember putting together RFPs for the business for contracts I wanted. And a few months before that, I had a team of four people helping me put together RFPs, and now it was just me. I had to do the financials, I had to do the writing, I had to do the marketing projections, I had to do all of that stuff. And the good part of it was, I was by myself, but I wasn't alone, right? I had God with me, and that really gave me some encouragement and strength and guidance. And then I had to have some mentors, people I could bounce ideas off of as well. So it was difficult to feel like, man, I gotta, you know, there is no marketing department or finance department. I was the chief cook and bottle washer. So sometimes I laugh when people say, yo, you're the president of Spire. I say, yeah, I'm also the president and the janitor, right? So like you do what you got to do to move forward. But when you have a passion for something and you really believe and you have ideas of how to do it, it just keeps driving you. I think one of the great quotes one of my a previous boss said to me, he says, "My dreams are bigger than my fears, therefore I act." And that really resonated with me because when what you see what you want, it will push you past your fears. You're going to have fears, you're going to have doubts. I've had plenty, I have plenty, but I still keep going forward because of what I do believe and what I see.
That's awesome that you shared that because a lot of people think, when I arrive that, hey, I'm a president or CEO, but they don't realize, a lot of small business, mid-sized businesses, and even some large businesses, I think the most successful ones that pushes on when that person, can be the janitor too.
Hmm.
Get you're a person that get things done that needs to get done,
Gotta get done.
although, it's always great when you have help.
Right,
Yeah.
right.